Live from Ochang, South Korea. You're listening to Tommy Razorstein. Alright, today we're going to talk about UFC 207. Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey. Alright, Ronda Rousey got destroyed. I'm sure you can find a video out there. It was very quick. And within the minute. And as soon as she got hit, it was all over. It was a couple jabs right in the beginning of the fight, and Ronda backed away and cleared distance. And it was like, oh God, this is terrible. This is terrible. As soon as she got hit and she started clearing distance, it was like, this is all over. It's all over. This is not what I wanted and how I wanted Ronda to fight. I made a video before, about a week ago, saying exactly what would happen and what Ronda has to do to avoid, getting knocked out, for getting the crap beat out of her like she did tonight. She got destroyed. Amanda Nunes hits hard, and Ronda was stumbling. She was so rocked. She was so hurt. And the ref jumped in and stopped the fight. She, was like punch drunk and wanted to keep going, but she was in no condition to keep fighting. She was terrible. Thing was this: I knew exactly what would happen. I knew Ronda, would make this big mistake. I knew Ronda would do this because you know what? She was not the same Ronda that we all know and love. She was not the Ronda that came in and destroyed girls and was fearless. This was post Holly Holm Ronda. And it's different, man. Like, you get rocked like that, it changes your whole entire personality. It's amazing. It's like getting into a car accident and you're like, I don't feel comfortable driving. You get knocked out like that, it's fucking, changes your whole entire life. Get knocked out like that and everyone who supported you hates you, and everyone who was praising you and dressing up like you for Halloween and acting like you, and Beyonce was mentioning you and videos that she was doing, and that you were inspirational to all women, and all of a sudden everyone just fucking shunned you, and they did it. It was brutal. And I'm not laughing at her. I'm a fan of Ronda, and I didn't want Ronda fighting this fight. This was not the fight that she was ready to fight. She needed a tune-up fight, and they fed her to the fucking wolves. I wasn't happy about this. I didn't want this to happen like this. They fed her to the fucking wolves, and I don't think we're ever going to see Ronda Rousey again. Ronda Rousey was a pioneer, She was amazing on the ground. She was able to destroy girls in matters of seconds when she was able to get in on a clinch. And her not understanding of distance and judging and proximity, and there's a huge hole in her game and it was never filled. And you say, oh, she learned her lesson from last time. She's not going to get knocked out again. How did she learn her lesson? She never improved her striking. She never fucking changed anything about it. She had the same coach, went to the same people, talked to the same people, trained the same way, avoided the media, which wasn't that bad of an idea, but, you could see that there's a big problem. It was like, welcome back, Ronda. You got knocked out in your last fight, and now you got a title fight. How? How is it that you wake up and you're like, I can get my belt back? Really? I've never seen anything like this before, where someone gets destroyed. And it wasn't like it was, oh, she got caught with a lucky punch, and the opponent clipped her and she fell and she got rocked. Now, sometimes you do make mistakes. You overextend and get caught. It happens. This was not the case. It was equivalent to when you saw, boxers back in the day get taken down in the UFC, and they were just like a fish out of water. And they were like, fucking drowning on dry land. And they just were, flailing their arms and legs and going crazy, and the wrestler would just maul the piss out of them. It's a similar thing. I mean, Ronda, there's a huge hole in her game. And everyone knew it. And people said, oh, she learned her lesson. She's not going to do it again. It's like touching a hot stove. You touch the hot stove and you learn not to touch it again. No, that's not true. If you got to get in the kitchen and you don't know how to, you didn't learn your lesson, you're going to keep touching the hot stove because you didn't realize that, oh, there's a spatula. I can flip the fucking burgers with a spatula. I don't have to use my hand. But she never learned anything new. She kept fucking touching the fucking hot pan because she didn't know how to use a fucking spatula. So I'm looking at my kitchen as I'm giving the video. But anyway, it's sad. It's really sad what happened with Ronda. And I wish someone would talk to her and right now and be like, Ronda, if you want to continue doing this and fight to come back, I don't know what you would do. I don't know exactly what you would do, but if you want to continue doing this, you got to lose Edmond right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, if I was Greg Jackson, I'd be like, you know what? I get the best camp in the world. I want you to come train. Or if I were, part of AKA, American Kickboxing Academy, I'd be like, yo, Ronda, you have to lose Edmond. He's destroying you. You can work with Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier. You used to work with him. He was on your team in the Olympics. He was a part of your Olympic team. You guys know each other well. You guys are going to, be in the right environment. As long as you don't fucking get hurt. Because, those guys, push each other way too hard. But you're going to learn a lot. And you're going to learn a lot about striking. And there's a perfect place to learn about striking. I mean, Kane, who I never thought would ever change, learned about striking. And started throwing fucking wheel kicks as a heavyweight. So there is hope if she wants to continue doing this. I don't ever think that she'll get her belt back. But if she wants to redeem herself and wants to learn how to fucking improve her striking, and all of a sudden she has kicks, like Vitor start learning how to do kicks, or she start learning how to use a single leg to press into a double to run against the cage. No takedowns, or just a single, maybe to draw into a fucking goddamn guard. I mean, Jesus, Ronda. Who the fuck is telling you, Edmond, but it's more like theoretically, who the fuck is telling you to do this? If it's Edmond, if Edmond's really the one who's fucking telling you, rush in, swing wild, and be fucking reckless, because that's what we practiced, then you gotta lose the guy. It's that simple. And you have to make a decision right now in your life. Do you want to fucking continue this relationship with this fucking guy who's destroying your life? And you know what? I think there's a lot of women out there who can understand the concept. There's some guy in her life, it's not even her boyfriend, but it's some guy in her life that she has a relationship with. And she is destroying her fucking life because she won't fucking change and say, this guy's terrible for me. It's that simple. All right. Tommy Razorstein. Subscribe to my channel. Check it out. Like it. Peace out.